darkness are beginning to see a great light, and upon them hath the light shined. Then those who killed our leaders to keep us in darkness are afraid now, because they just can't quite get to me yet. It's too late. I say to the FBI that's present, take this back to your boss. You're too late. I'm on time, and the God of time is with me, and never again will you rob black people of leadership. We are on our way up, and no power will stop our rise. Even though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I don't fear any evil, because God is with me. Yes, I say like David, I have no knowledge of myself, but if the Lord is my shepherd, then I'm not in want. If you listen to me just a few more minutes, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Lord is my shepherd, because you will never have heard a black man talk like this black man that you hear tonight, because when God raises a man up, he don't need a college degree. I never finished college. I advise all of you who are there, finish. But God didn't allow me to finish, because he don't want nobody to claim me but himself. I don't have any letters behind my name. No BS or BA. No MS or MA. No LLD or MD or DD or PhD.
You know, when your enemy comes close to you, or your enemy befriend you, does not mean he has changed. Your enemy will have so many ways of bringing you closer to them, so they can be able to execute their plans very easily. And the problem we are having right now is that African politicians and African leaders think the West loves them so much, because West is always bringing them close and treating them well and giving them some money, giving them some benefits here and there. And they get to a point when they think that West really thinks about them, or rather West loves them so much. Okay? But they have forgotten that your enemy is just your enemy. They will bring you close to them. Even if your enemy comes to you and buys you food and buys you sugar and buys you, gives you money, does not mean your enemy has changed. Your enemy will give you money and will buy you food to take, so they can be able to take away many things from you. Yeah? Because he always doesn't want to be seen as your enemy. And you would think this person is a good person. Okay? But I want you to listen to Louis Farrakhan. You know, Louis Farrakhan is trying to explain something that when we listen to it and when we follow it, we are likely to be the better people and become the better versions of ourselves. You know, the West does not care about the people of Africa. The West does not care about these you leaders who think you're being taken care of and all that. West does not care about you. They do not care about the human being. Human beings are the most important thing. But the West does not care about you. It does not care about the people you lead. It cares about other things. And the better you realize that, the earlier you realize that, the better for you. Yeah? If you go back to the times of colonization and all that time, you'll realize that black people, they were subjected into many things. Their cultures was changed. Their minds were brainwashed. And right now, if you walk around, you get to a point you think black people begin thinking white people are better than us black people. It is because this is a mind that was placed, that was inputted, that was instilled inside us. It was something like a brainwash, something like our minds were brainwashed for us to be able to, and our minds were brainwashed because these people wanted something out of our countries, out of our continent. They couldn't take it if our minds were sober. So they tend to tamper with our mind for them to be able to execute their plans very easily. I want you to listen to Louis Farrakhan, and then I'll come back and talk about it.
But the scripture says, how come this man, having not letters, is learned? Since white America can't claim to be my teacher, and white America can't claim to be my father, then when you hear the son speaking wisdom, don't stop at the son, but ask yourself, who taught the boy? Since wisdom is known of her children, now let's move this thing on to its zenith. In this world, we as human beings are devalued, and things have more value than human beings. I have in my pocket a $50 bill with a dead president, Mr. Grant, on this $50 bill. Now, if I dropped this and didn't remember that I dropped it, somebody would pick it up, and they may not say to me, Brother Farrakhan, you dropped this. They would snatch this and say, and then look real innocent, because this thing has value now in our eyes. It is paper. I can roll it up. It don't say nothing. I can throw it down. It don't say nothing. It don't cry out. But this has more value than you. Somebody will come along and kill you for this paper with a dead president on it, that somebody has given more value to this than to you and me. They have a Rolex watch bandit ring in Los Angeles. They tell me one man didn't want to part with his Rolex. He evidently valued his Rolex more than his life. So the gentleman robber had a chainsaw and cut off the man's hand with the watch and the ring on it. Since he didn't want to part with the watch, he had to part with what the watch was on. Human beings are going crazy, are gone crazy. The measure of a man is not what he has in his head. The measure of a man is the amount of gold he wears around his neck. So we will kill each other for gold that cannot speak, cannot think, cannot will, cannot dream, cannot desire, cannot bring into concrete reality the thought, but it has more value than a human being. We value fur coats. We value oil. We value diamonds. We value things more than people. So because we have put things over people, then we have devalued what we did not create and put more value on the work of our hands. Let's talk now. How many of you went to church today? Would you raise your hands? That's all? Reverend, we got a problem here. I'm going to ask this question again. I want you to be truthful. Tell the truth. How many of you went to church today? Seriously, would you raise your hand? Oh, that's a little better than the last time. I'm not going to attack nobody for going to church. But look, have you noticed when you go to church, music is playing, it's real soft, and you start tipping, you know. And the child make a little more, shh, shh. We in church, be quiet. If somebody in the congregation step up on the altar where they don't belong, maybe the deacon will say, hey, stand down. Don't come up here. This is the Holy of Holies. So get down. I'm making a point, Reverend. I'm really making a point. I want you to hear me well now. Whose church is that? You say, this is God's house. Is it really? Isn't it your handiwork? Talk to me. You all build churches. They're made out of stone. Some got marble in it. Some got gold in it. And it's really a holy place. So we walk around the church quiet. Won't swear. But that's the handiwork of man. But look at you. Any architect can build a church. But which one of them can reproduce you? Don't you see that the real house of God ain't stones? The real house of God is you and you and you and you and you and me and us. But this temple of the living God can only be what it should be when the divine Spirit and Word of God lives in us. But if we are devalued, then you'll have more respect for the house of stone than you have for this precious house of God. And so today, human life isn't worth much. We kill each other for hamburger, kill each other for drugs, kill each other for little or nothing. Why? Because we value everything else above this life that we have been blessed to have. May I tell you, my dear brothers and sisters, why God is very displeased with the rulers of this world? And he's going to take them all down, including Bush, Margaret Thatcher, Gorbachev, Deng Xiaoping. You can call all the boys off that you admire. Every one of them, God is going to sit down. Christ alone is going to rule this. Now, how many of you that preach that really believe it? Because some of us that preach Christ want the government of evil to stay in power. Talk to me. Some of us that preach Jesus Christ, knowing that this kingdom, his kingdom was not of this world, but we were taught to pray, thy kingdom come, not Bush's kingdom, not Reagan's kingdom, but God's kingdom. Come, thy will be done. Where? On earth. But do you really want that? Whether you do or don't, he's going to overturn all the kingdoms of this world, because there's not one of them worthy to be the steward of human life, because every one of them have devalued the life of human beings. I say this, I'm going to bring this to a conclusion, but I don't want nobody to leave till it is concluded. Your life is so sacred. When you leave here tonight, I want you to go home and look at yourself and know who you are. Let's look at who you are. First of all, you ashamed to be black? Let me hear you. Now, God is no respecter of persons, you know. He don't care nothing about whether you're black or white or red or brown. He doesn't judge you by your color. However, since we live in a world that has judged us by our color, we need to know the value of our color. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to us, we are not black because we are cursed. We are black because we are the original life in the universe. Listen carefully. Now, all of you who read Bible and Quran. I'll teach it from both books so you won't think I'm making something up.
Welcome back again. President William Ruto came to press and said enough is enough. People of Kenya, they're destroying properties, they're destroying everything, they're vandalizing businesses and all that. And he said enough is enough. He's not going to allow them continue doing what they are doing. Do you know, by him saying enough is enough, what does he mean? He means he wants to start killing people or unaliving them, like ending their lives. Because that's the only way he can stop people from demonstrating. People have been stopped from demonstrating many times, by the police, but people still go to the road and demonstrate, and he comes to press and says, I will stop them, I will not allow them. People cannot continue doing what they are doing, which means he wants to start killing people to instill fear to the people. But the people said, we're already dying because of bad economy. We're already dying because of anger in our countries, because there is no food. We are already dying because of high taxes and all that. So it doesn't matter what you say. Even if you want to start killing us and doing all that, we are ready for that. And when President Ruto is speaking in that manner, do you know what he says? He says he is protecting the country. He is protecting the people by stopping people from demonstrating. So how can you protect people? Like, you're protecting me from demonstrators, and even me myself, I am demonstrating. How can you protect me from protesting, and even me myself, I'm tired with what is happening, I'm protesting, because the whole country is protesting because of bad governance. So which people are you going to stop? Who are these people you are going to stop from demonstrating or from protesting? Okay? What I want to correct from President Ruto is that he should stop saying, I will protect the people of Kenya by stopping other people from demonstrating, or I will protect the business. Listen, you are not protecting the people of Kenya. You're not protecting your country. You are protecting foreign powers. You're protecting someone who is outside Kenya, someone who is in the West, who is giving instructions and who is directing you, telling you what to do, where to go, when, how, at what time, and in which way. Are you getting my point? Therefore, stop saying I'm protecting Kenya, or I want to protect people, or I want to protect businesses. You are not protecting. You're not fighting for Kenyans. You're fighting for someone who is outside there, someone who is sitting somewhere who doesn't care about the lives of a common citizen. He cares about gold. He cares about diamonds. He cares about the atomite. He cares about cobalt. He cares about iron. He cares about the things that you have. He cares about the oil that you're producing. He doesn't care about the people that you are saying you are protecting. You are not protecting the people. You're fighting for someone who is not in this country, for someone who is sitting somewhere out there, giving instructions, telling you what to do. That's the person you're fighting for. Okay? And we need to understand that the West does not care for people, especially black people. It doesn't care for the people. It doesn't care for the black people who exist. It doesn't care for us. It doesn't matter how many times they will come and say, we want to cooperate with you, we want to work with you, we want to do things with you, It doesn't care for you. You need to care about yourself. Because the West does not care about you. It only gives you some credits, 1, 2, 3 credits here and there. And then you'll be sitting down thinking you're the best person, you're the best president. But it doesn't care about you. Yeah? If you want to know it doesn't care about you, it will only walk with you or hold your hand whenever you are singing or whenever you are supporting their agenda. But the moment you stop supporting their agenda, or the moment you say no to their instructions, their rules and all that, you'll be taken out. Yeah? Only those people who support their agenda will be kept safe. But those who does not support their agenda, those who hate the people they are leading, those who does not care about the well-being of the country, will not be taken care of. Instead, they will be assassinated. How many have we seen being assassinated? And Louis FARRAKHAN said the other day, you should get your hands off our leaders. Stop killing them, because our leaders who are good, who are better, they are being taken out even before they execute what God sent them to come and do for us. But those who are doing the opposite, those who support the evil, are the ones being also supported by the West. Okay? West does not care about the life of a human being, about your life as a person, about your life as an individual. You are a very important person. Gold is not important than a human being. Minerals, uranium, oil is not important than a human being. But that is what they look for. That is what they go for. Even without, like, they run so much on that. They focus so much on that. They do not focus on you. They don't care about you. That is one thing we as black people and we as Africans, we need to know and we need to understand. So we should stop it, because even the leaders who disappeared or the leaders who went down, who were taken down, the people of Africa were, they were incited to take these leaders down, because some of them, and even many of them, it is black people used to chase them. You saw the video of Patrice Lumumba. He was being chased by black soldiers. He was hunted and taken down by black soldiers because it was an instruction that was given from the West. Yeah? A call, just a call, and someone is taken down. The same thing happens to Thomas Sankara, the closest person. He was a friend who took him down. Many people were taken down by us, we ourselves. And it's because of the insights that were being given. Yeah? We are being gaslighted to do some things, and we end up doing them. Why are we doing them? We are doing them because these people have brainwashed our minds. They have made us to believe the leaders we have, those who are good, are bad. Why? Have you ever, like, one day you just woke up in the morning and you hear any president saying that President Ruto is bad, or rather Kenyans are suffering because of the leadership, they are suffering under President Ruto's leadership? Have you ever heard that? Yeah? That Donald Trump will just wake up one day and say, Kenyans are suffering under President Ruto's leadership. Let us help them. Have you ever heard that? They can never speak about that. Why? Because Ruto is a puppet to them. But when it comes to Capt.Ibrahim Traore, they will say every time, even to get to a point of sending their General Langley and begin saying, the people of Burkina Faso are suffering and they're crying because under your leadership you need to step down. Why can't they come and ask President Ruto to step down? Because President Ruto also is doing the same, is killing people. People are dying in this country. And it's the orders from the police. They're being given orders. They're told, if someone tries to come close, do what? Shoot them. You had the Minister of Interior Security in this country when he said if anybody goes close to the police station, they should be shot by the police. That you should not allow anybody, any civilian, to come close to the police station. You need to shoot them. Yeah? That is a minister. This person must be rotting in jail, right? Should be rotting in jail right now. Shouldn't even be walking around. Yeah? So the West only cares about those people. Like, they only care about the people who support their agenda. Whether you are good or bad, whether you are doing good in your country or you're not doing good in your country, if you support their agenda, you are good. But if you don't support their agenda, it doesn't matter. You will definitely be a bad person. You will definitely be a bad person. Yeah? So, we are thinking that the West cares about us so much, or the West really loves us so much. That is where you're getting it wrong. That is where you're getting it wrong. We should start supporting our people and listening to the voices of our people. African leaders who are puppets should stop entertaining and embracing the West, because the West does not care about you. It will never care about you. Who are you to them for you to be cared? Are you their brother? Are you their sister? Like, how will just they come from a far country, they're coming to a country because they love you so much? How special are you to be loved that much so that you can be given some credits and benefits and all that? You're being used. Yeah? Because the time will come when another president comes in, you'll not be respected anymore. The president who will have come in is the one who will be respected. You will be left there. If they really care about you, why can't they care about you up to the time and to the moment you'll get out of the seat and become a civilian? Yeah? They will drop you and pick another one and move forward. So they do not care about human beings. But human beings are the people who are supposed to be cared. West taught you to hate yourself. How would you be working for them? How did you know that black people, that black color is a bad color? How did you know that? How did you know that you as an individual, you are poor, you are uncivilized, you are illiterate? How did you know that? You are taught to hate yourself. And black people, you are hating themselves because the West taught them to hate themselves. You're hating your own self, you're hating your own color, you're hating your own brother, you're hating your own sister because you were taught to hate yourself. That is somebody who doesn't care about you, causing chaos amongst you people so that you people would keep fighting, and after fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, they come in and take advantage of you. They come in and now begin doing whatever the things they want to do. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm talking about. The West does not care about us. It cares about what we have. And if today we will lose everything, no gold, no diamond, no anything, the West will not come to your country. Why is Congo fighting for the longest time in Africa? It is because Congo is the first country in Africa to have every single mineral. And that is what the West wants. How will the West get it? By causing war in those countries. It is their hands causing wars in those countries. So you as a leader, you as a president who is a puppet, think, and before you think again. Yeah? Because everything, and Traore says this every day, these people do not care about us. They've never cared about us. They've never stood on our side. They've never been on our side because they came to Kenya, to Africa saying, we are coming to help you in 1, 2, 3 things. Has anything changed in Africa? Isn't Africa looking the way it has been looking for the rest of its life? Has any changes? Are you seeing any changes in Africa? There are no changes in Africa. Why are there no changes in Africa? Changes are not in Africa because they are not coming to Africa to bring a change. They are coming to Africa to cause chaos. When they cause chaos, they come in the name of helpers, in the name of saviors. That's what they do. Even Kenya, the wars that are going on in Kenya today, they have been funded by the outside powers. And they will not talk about it. But they will talk about what is happening in Burkina Faso. They will talk about how President Ibrahim Traore is a bad person. They're not talking about President Ruto, how he's a bad person. Yeah? People are being killed. It is all over the news. You can see it. We have the clips. You can see people being shot by the police on a broad daylight. The police does not even care. But the human rights will not come to Kenya and claim that there are problems going on in Kenya. We must stand for the people of Kenya and help them. What will they say? They will go to Burkina Faso where there is no even evidence. There are no even videos. They cannot show out. They'll begin saying people are dying in this country. Why are they not saying that Ruto is a bad person? Why are they saying that Traore is a bad person? It is because Traore is against them, but Ruto is for them. Whenever you are for them, they will play good friends. But whenever you are away from them, they will hate you and they would want to take you down so they can be able to instill there, or they can be able to input there someone who will support them, someone who will work by them, someone who will be like them. That's what they will do. And they are doing it, why? Because of something that you have, not because they care about you, not because they love you, not because they want you to be a better person, not because they really protect you and all that, like not because you are a good person, not because you are no, it is because you have something that helps them. That is why they do that. So we need to stand by ourselves and stop listening to them. They do not care about us. They care about what we have. They care about what we can produce. They care about gold. They care about oil. They don't care about us. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this issue. I'll do my best to make sure I read the comments and give a response where possible. I am Capt.Ibrahim and this is African Streamline. If it's the first time to be here, don't forget to subscribe. For the 10 subscribers, I salute you. God bless.